What's going on, people? It is your boy Charlie in the Box, the patriotic miscreant. What I'm gonna have in my box today is gonna be, it looks like a restoration of America's republic. Let's get this video started. On December the 6th, 2017, the Wall Street Journal just put out an article saying that socialism and capitalism seen in new light by younger Americans. And I think it's apparent if we went and looked back at the last presidential election of 2016. The front runner of the Democrat Party was a socialist by the name of Bernie Sanders before the nomination got stolen by Hillary Clinton. He promised these millennials a free education, and what did they do? They took off running on that way. Before that, America voted for a card-carrying socialist with Barack Hussein Obama to be president for 2 terms. It says in this article that 42% of these young Americans support capitalism. But I know in theory, socialism sounds pretty good, and what they had in store for them in the future, they probably wouldn't have went down that direction if they would have known better. And this form of crony capitalism that they're looking at today is a setup route. But knowing the freaking difference between the two, well, that's our responsibility to educate into it. So check this shit out. Socialism is a political and economic theory of social organizations that advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned and regulated by the community as a whole. But what the hell does that really mean? What that means of self-governance as the individuals and communities, we give that power over to our centralized government. And what happens to man when they get power and money? They get corrupted. Unless they have God in their lives, it really never gonna work out for the average person in the end. Well, let's look at world history. How about socialism under freaking Hitler? Millions of people died because the people gave their power to centralized government. How about the United Socialist States of Russia? They had an economic system that wasn't sustainable, and because they didn't bring enough money to support the populace, when they got fat and lazy, boy, it freaking collapsed. It was a failed nation state. Now they just call it Russia. It broke all up. Well, let's look at in our times today, Venezuela. Venezuela is a socialist country, and they try to export oil. But as the price of oil of a barrel went down, what happened? Well, it's a failed state today. People are breaking into zoos and eating animals. Young girls as 13 to professional women are using prostitution just to try to bring some money in to feed themselves and their families. People as old as 95 years old are fleeing Venezuela today and starting over in other countries because it's a failed system of government. In America, we're no freaking difference if we go down that way. Capitalism is an economic system of ideology based on private ownership of productions and the operation for profit. Characteristics of central capitalism includes private property, capital accumulation, wage labor, voluntary exchange, a price system, and competitive markets. But would you say that's the system that we live under today? I think today it's crony capitalism where there's winners and losers. And the reason why we live under the system today is because we have six centralized banks that control our country's monetary system. And as we allow our central bank to control our monetary systems, now we have a fiat currency. That's not a system that holds value there. They took out the system of checks and balances to it. So the system that we live under, this crony capitalism, isn't the true capitalism. True capitalism only can be sustained by a good moral society. Thomas Paine said it's the duty of the patriot to protect his country from its government. So I'm the patriotic miscreant. See, what you need to understand, socialism, going down that path, never pans out for people. The way that our country was formed as a constitutional republic with checks and balances to the system, that it states in the Declaration of Independence that all men are created equal, endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights, doesn't mix with democracy. It doesn't mix with socialism or communism or even Marxism. That if we go down that path as a nation, you're taking for granted your United States Bill of Rights. You're not gonna have those at the end of it. So since it states in the Declaration of Independence, it's my right, it's my obligation for the restoration of this republic. I believe somebody once said the tree of liberty has to be fertilized by the blood of patriots every few decades. America, you relinquished your right to self-governance when you give it to a centralized government. Try to make America great again. Today, people just don't understand it. It's a medicine that they don't want to take because they want to live in a false sense of reality that we think that we give this power to central government. We're taking for granted our Bill of Rights, the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, the freedom, the right to peacefully assemble and redress of grievances. We're taking those for granted. The right to keep and bear arms, we're taking them for granted if we go down socialism. And this crony capitalism that we're living in, capitalism is a poly put together by a good moral people. And that's the same as our republic. It was only written for good moral people, but like I said, how do you take something for somebody without knowing it? Well, don't teach it to them. I'm only here to tell you guys what you guys need to hear. And I know people don't want to hear this because they have to look within themselves and start judging themselves to see where they're wrong in their lives. And to say, you know what, you're not entitled to things. That is not a freaking right. But it's going to be 2018 right around the corner. And we have to, as a nation, are coming to a fork. Which one are we going to decide to go down? Are we going to keep these God-given rights and the system of opportunity that the world seeks? There was an article on December 22nd, just recently. It says that at the Wall Street Journal, there's an island where Chinese mothers deliver American babies, that there's a loophole in the system on this little island in between China, Japan, and Hawaii in the United States. It's right here in the bottom, Saipan. And that Chinese mothers go over there and they have their child, and their child gets dual citizenship of China and America. That a father said it's like God opening up a door to give their child an opportunity. Why is there people throughout the world willing to sacrifice their lives to become an American? Because that means something. But as long as we've abandoned all those things that what America used to mean, well, there's nowhere for those people to run to. The American standard, by making America great again, is picking it up. Pick up the living standard of America again. Now, you don't see all these homeless people throughout our freaking country, throughout their freaking communities. Pick up the standard of living. When you pick it up in America, the rest of the world will be picked up. Wouldn't you think the system of America, the way that we have our government, how it's such opportunity over here, wouldn't it have that been shared globally by now? Well, they're trying to stifle that. They're trying to put out that freaking flame. And it's America's responsibility today to restore this republic. It's our generation today that needs to make a difference. It's our generation today that has the world's knowledge at our fingertips with our smartphones and an open freaking World Wide Web, that they're not censoring the flow of information, that we restore this republic. But we got to be fools as Americans to not see the writing on the wall that our freaking government is throwing us under the bus. And now that we got a president trying to freaking bring back this opportunity and pick us up and put more money in our checks, Americans don't know how to act when they see it or want to embrace it. They think it's something wrong because we've been brainwashed. So you don't freaking want to go down socialism. You don't want crony capitalism. We need a restoration of this republic. And restoration of republic is repenting and going back to church and putting God first. You put God first in your freaking lives, and then we can make change there, because good moral people will make that change. God's judging us on our actions upon this earth, how you live in yours. So if you're not going to do everything in power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, people, you're going to do everything in power to destroy all three. Charlie the Box, the patriotic, miscreant, and I'm out.
Hello there. Watch Charlie the Box before he's sent to a re-education camp.
Bye.
It's never panned out for people. But they, as average people, buy onto it because it sounds pretty good. The hell was on me right there. Something flew by me.